let's look at what you can do to help qualify and spot an opportunity. And so these are some questions that we've put forward to help you, once you start getting some interest in it, just try and go through that BANT, so that, budget, authority, need, and timeline, to make sure you've got enough information to be able to start looking at if there's an opportunity. So the first one to ask is, is the business thinking of introducing a flexible working environment? I think most businesses today are. I mean, if you're a mechanic, a little bit difficult. I get that, right? But most of us out here are probably selling professional services. That's kind of what we do. And so those guys are very much in a position to do that. If they say no, they haven't thought of it, ask them why not. Maybe give them some suggestions about some of the stuff around recruitment and the likes to try and get that conversation going. Another one is, how did COVID affect your ability to communicate effectively with your staff, but more importantly, your customers? Again, these are thinking questions, right? We wanted to sit there and go, oh, you know what, I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. We weren't very good at that. What can we do moving forward? These guys are tied up in a business. They're working in a business. You are the trusted advisor. And so by coming in and asking these questions, again, it elevates you, and it makes you a thought leader and get them to think about these type of ways they can make their business better. Do you currently have workers remotely, and do you feel that they're integrated into the business? So, and that's another good one. Everyone's got people all over the place. Ironically, I think COVID's got us all better at working with all those remote people, because I used to be a remote worker, and you're always kind of forgot about. Everyone would stand around the office and go, oh, by the way, we're going to do this promotion, and I wouldn't hear about it because no one bothered to tell me. But now, because of COVID, it's forced us to be a little bit more communicative in how we work, and use things like Teams or Slack or whatever it is to start talking to each other. So that's an area that, there's a positivity that's came out of that. And then into a few more better qualifications, right? Is your phone system on site? Do you buy it in the CapEx? Now we're starting to think about how we're going to position our proposal on how it's going to look better against the other ones. We don't want you having these boom and bust purchasing cycles. Mr. Customer, if you could just pay per user per month, would that be a better scenario for you? There's not many who's going to say no to that. And then again, what tools are you currently using for audio conferencing, video conferencing, instant messaging? What you'll see is if guys are already using Teams, for instance, there's a puppy dog sale. It's already in there. They're already starting to use that interface. Now you can start setting up. And one of the benefits around Access 4 is we give you the ability to have multiple products in there. So you can have Zoom for video conferencing. You can have Teams calling for some small users, and then you've got a full enhanced BroadSoft suite for those executive users who really need call centers or whatever it is. So a really flexible solution that's been designed to your customers' need. And then finally, would you like me to review your phone bill and provide a unified communications option? And exactly what Dan said there. Never say, give us your phone bill, I'll try and save you some money. Dan, is there any other on there that I've missed, or is there anything that you guys use in that qualification conversation?
I think more to the point I made earlier about asking customers to qualify or quantify what those impacts that they might be experiencing, what that is to them in a dollar value. So what's a sale worth if you miss a phone call, that sort of thing. And that again comes back to positioning yourself when you ask, do you purchase in a CapEx model or an OpEx? So it helps you understand where you need to frame and what problems you need to solve. And it's all about, we're selling and we want to make good revenue and good margin, but it is also about providing solutions for the customer, because you want, like you say, we want sticky customers. We want them to go, actually, you know what, Delta, in my case, help me out. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't feel like I'm ripped off. I understand why it's more expensive than what I paid.
And that's absolutely a critical point, right? This isn't about trying to just make money, right? It's about solving problems. And I'm very honest with my customers about that. Is like, I'm in business to make money, right? However, The way I make money is by servicing you very, very well, so that you engage with me, and that's an honest transaction, right? Is that
Yep.
that's what we do? Is we solve problems, and just because a customer thinks they want something cheaper doesn't mean that's the best thing for them. And that's our jobs as trusted advisors, is to communicate the benefits of a UC solution or whatever it is, to get them out of that. So people generally only want to pay less if they don't see value.